Welcome. This is Happy Childless Mindset Podcast.
In my last solo episode, I told you a little bit where where was I when I started changing my mindset and I decided to embody how I wanted to feel every day in my life. Have in mind, it wasn't something that I did like it wasn't a recipe because I'm not a cake. So I kind of took a bit from everything, and I encourage you to do the same with curiosity. Like, just try. There's no failing. It's a process, and it is your own. So I told you I started a free group meditation and I was going there once a week. I did the banner that said forbidden complaining, forbid judging. Alongside with that, I purchased a course in miracles that, to be honest, I didn't understand anything until like 1 or 2 years ago that I really started to read it, and I don't know, something clicked in my mind and it made sense. I what I did was I took real accountability in my life. And what I mean by that is I started forgiving. I I started like thinking, okay, I'm listening to really aggressive music. I listen to Korn, Marilyn Manson, Rammstein. I I had a gothic period. Yeah, I still wear more black than anything, but that's just something. It's not it's not the leather the leather. I don't remember the word, but yeah, with spikes, and yeah, I have my nails painted black now. Um, and I started to realize how much I was making myself be that angry person that I couldn't keep blaming my mom or the people that bullied me. I forgave them. I forgave also my ex-partner that beat me. I forgave my partner that was psychologically abusive, but I didn't forgive them in the sense of I'm a good person, I forgive you. I forgave them for myself. I didn't call anyone, I didn't try to establish contact with them, I didn't reach out, I didn't tell anyone I forgive you. I took accountability that I was an adult, that my mom keep still treating me like a toddler was on me, that I was allowing that to happen. I took accountability that the partner that beat me, I saw the red flags, and in my arrogance, I thought he's not going to hit me. I'm too important for him to hit me. My partner that psychologically abused me, I kind of didn't understood stoicism right. So I thought if I endure this, he's going to change and really love me. And I was also afraid of being alone. So I endure his abuse, his yeah, I don't want to repeat what he said to me and that kind of stuff. So I took accountability about that. I made myself responsible because I kept myself there. I didn't not run, but I didn't have good boundaries. I allowed that to happen. And I also took accountability of how many moments, days, hours I spent playing the victim and saying, this is their fault and I'm so a little poor thing. And that didn't allow me to grow, to free myself. I was prisoner of those feelings. I was a resentful person, and it's awful to think about oneself as a resentful person. But I was, and I'm not proud of it, but I do take responsibility for it. The thing is, a lot of times we endure things, endure relationships with others, thinking we are going to change them. If I, my mindset was if I let him to keep telling me I'm stupid, he's going to realize I am not. And the thing is, he wasn't going to realize that. But I did start believing that to the point that I was helpless. So it's, we never, ever, ever can change anyone else. There's no way. We can always change ourselves. And forgiveness doesn't mean you need to keep that person or many persons, people in your life. It means you don't allow them to be mean with you. And to be honest, something that I realized recently, I realized I realized it in a conscious level, is that happy people don't hurt others. That the ones that are aggressive or the abusers, they are really hurting. A lot of times an abuser was abused before, but that's another whole thing. But you can keep that in mind if someone is unkind to you. You can realize he or she is not talking about me, is talking about himself or herself or themselves. Pronouns are hard for me. Sorry. It's not that I'm racist or whatever. It's about I confuse them. So taking accountability was hard. It made me realize I was so wrong. I was like, it almost made me feel guilty. And I wasn't guilty, I was responsible, but I didn't deserve a punish. That's the difference between responsibility and fault. Fault means you deserve a punishment. And responsibility is something you can choose. It's you did a mistake. So I was telling you about the music also. I started listening to Hindu songs or frequency songs like I think it's 432 hertz or things like that to start changing what's what was going on in my head about my thoughts. And because this is the thing, the music I used to listen to was like, you are at fault, you are a bad person, you are beating me, you are. And it never occurred to me that that was what I was projecting also, you know? So I removed that from my life. Now I sometimes listen to that rock, but from another place. It's more like reminiscence of my teenage years and my 20s. Um, that also the music, the accountability, the banner I had in my fridge, I kind of overdid it. I went from this really negative person to almost a toxic positivity. And and I realized like I can't do that either. It's unhealthy, it's unnatural, it's like we need to process every feeling, not denying it. So I like for example the banner, I changed that forbidden things about and I went all positive. And it didn't even make sense. The sentences didn't make sense because it was like, yeah, rainbows. I can't tell you exactly what they said because one, I don't remember, and two, they were in Spanish. So I started to realize I wanted an equilibrium. How do you say? I wanted to have the middle of it. It wasn't about super positive and it wasn't about super negative. It was this middle thing where no one, no, nothing was wrong or right. Things just are. And I can take accountability of the things I don't like and say, I don't want this in my life and remove myself from some situations and some people. And and I also, sorry, I hope you're enjoying this episode. If you are, please share with someone that might enjoy it too. Okay, back to the episode. And I also can say, I want this and I want to have more of this. I want to be friends with that person of and do a conscious effort to be friends and never ever like being aggressive to that person and give me your time, I want to be your friend, or being intrusive or being kind of annoying, you know. It's with respect and kindness, and it's something that I needed to learn. I know friendships are lost, and not everyone that I lose was because I was in a low point of my life. when I started these changes and well into how I changed a lot about who I was, how I was choosing not to complain for the sake of complaining, and I started not judging others, more like I was that try to understand them instead of judging them. I realized that a lot of people left me because I didn't needed the fixer, or I wasn't comfortable sitting in a table with a bunch of friends complaining about everything or judging the friend that wasn't there. So every time I read one of those posts or things that says like you're going to meet your real friends when you are in the lowest part of your life or in your lowest moment of your life, it holds some true because a lot of people disappear when you're down, but you also need the to surround yourself with the people that are in that moment, but in the happiest moment too. And not just in your wedding, in your everyday happiness. When you don't want to complain anymore and don't want to judge the neighbor or talk bad about your neighbor. You're just joyful and happy and you're living your best life. And your best life doesn't mean you have a mansion and three Ferraris and you're a celebrity. Your best life is you are in at peace with your life and you get up every morning thinking, I love my life. Even though I maybe my work isn't the one that I wanted, I'm doing the best I can do today. It's it's taken me all, almost 10 years to be in the place that I am. And not every day or even every year was progress. What I did do is persevere. I like doing this podcast. I'm persevering. I don't have a million subscribers, and probably I won't, and I'm okay with that. But consistency and perseverance are so important. And I needed to forgive myself for not being able to move quicker or healing quicker or have everything done. And because that's not life. Life is a process. And I need the time. I still have tons of things to heal. Nobody knows how much healing you need to do. And there are times that I feel like, oh, this is never over. But I also realize that it's going to be over when I die because I have so much more to learn and to understand and to experience. And I'm not going to experience everything in this lifetime. I gave you kind of a broad vision of things that I was doing and I'm still do. Like accountability is something that I'm kind of a fan. I'm a huge accountable person. I have accountable bodies and for different things, like doing the podcast or going to the gym or but holding myself accountable was a huge thing and I love that and it made me grow a lot. It wasn't easy. It was super painful to realize I subject myself to a lot of shit but I did it. And as I forgave others, I forgave myself. See you in the next solo episode where I'm going to keep telling you a little more about how I started to or kept reframing my mindset. I hope you enjoyed this episode and please comment me what do you think. Bye.